And welcome to Bird Talk Radio. I am your host, Joshua Martin. I'll be going over the games, the scores, and, everything Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Now let's start the show. I'm sorry I'm really close to you right now, but I just wanted to show you all this. It's a happy Cowboys fan. I'm just saying, it's just a happy Cowboys fan. You can kind of get the gist of it. I know it's out of focus, but... All right, I'm back in my thing. Hello and welcome to... I thought I had a name change there for a second, but I guess that's my actual name. And I don't like the clean shave. It looks weird. But welcome to Bird Talk Radio, soon to be something else. I don't know the name yet, but if you all want to give me a new name, send in your little thoughts and prayers. No, that was wrong. Send in your whatchamacallits, whatever it is. But it's another beautiful, 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 beautiful victory Monday after what happened Saturday night and last night, actually, too. Get things started off. We had not a full game slate, but 4 games that were just all around beautiful games, every single game, except for a surprising one, which was Sunday morning, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. First, we're going to talk about, in order, Jags and the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. I think the Jags have a promising future. They have a really promising future, and the AFC is a scary situation too, because I was watching this morning too. I think it was Get Up I was watching, and right when I first turned it on, they were talking about Aaron Rodgers being traded to the New York Jets. And that's a big, not concern, but that's a big probability. The biggest probability is just Green Bay trading Aaron Rodgers in the first place. Either he gets traded or he retires, and we'll see what happens this offseason, what happens to him. But they were saying that he doesn't want to go to the AFC because these quarterback juggernauts. They got Patrick Mahomes with the Kansas City Chiefs, Joe Burrow with Cincinnati Bengals. Look what he did yesterday. Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, who needs a little more work, but he's an MVP quarterback. And then now Trevor Lawrence, too, who stepped into his NFL spotlight, I believe, starting this year. He really showed off what he can do with his size and talent and accuracy with the ball as well, too. Going into Kansas City, I thought this game was going to be more of a blowout, but it was a lot closer than expected, honestly. The final score was 27-20. Kansas City did have a little scary incident because Patrick Mahomes did go down with a high ankle sprain, and then Chad Henne comes in and leads them to a 98-yard drive down the field and scores a touchdown to Travis Kelce. So just some unfortunate events by Jacksonville that they probably should have hopped on that situation with Patrick Mahomes out, been a little more aggressive, but like I said, Trevor Lawrence, the whole AFC is just going to be a scary division, scary conference to play in the future, because there's some quarterbacks in there that's going to be dominating for a long time. But like I said, Patrick Mahomes went down with a high ankle sprain. Don't think much of it. Obviously, he's going to want to play You can, if you watch the game with Jacksonville when it happened, you can see how frustrated what he was when they took him out and put Chad Henne in. He went back into locker rooms for MRIs and X-rays real quick and simple diagnosis and all that. But you can see how frustrated he was just to be taken out for that little split second, because he knows how important he is to the team. I mean, he is the Kansas City Chiefs as of right now. But yeah, like I said, that was just a very close game. Trevor Lawrence, 24-39, 217 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown. He also has 1 interception as well, too. And Patrick Mahomes threw for 2 touchdowns as well. Still don't know what's going to happen. I believe Kansas City may have home field advantage for the AFC Championship. I'm not. I'll look up information about that on commercial break, but still don't know what's going to happen with the AFC Championship game as of right now. Going on to the next game, if we can pull out the image for the Giants and the Eagles, because that game was just straight domination. That was the Chiefs and Jaguars game. Mr. Mahomes right there dominating them the whole time. Go to the next image. We got the Giants and the Eagles though, and I don't know what to say about the Eagles, but I mean, if you look at 2018, like the Super Bowl run we had that year with Nick Foles, when we first played, who was our first game? I think our first game was against the Falcons, and we won that game 38-7 as well. Like, we just beat the Giants 38-7. So, coincidence? I think not. If I can find the score real quick. 2018. Oh, that's a lie. We won 15-10 because it was that little dump pass to Julio Jones and Rodney McLeod knocked it out or something. Or Jalen Mills or someone. But we got the victory, 38-7. Just complete dominating performance by the Eagles. I mean, we were up, do your math, kid, 28-0 at halftime. Wow, yeah. Jalen Hurts, 16-24, 154 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Philadelphia really got it done on the ground. I think it was 281 total rushing yards, 268 total rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Even one was by Boston Scott, a.k.a. the Giant Slayer. And, I mean, we held Saquon Barkley to 61 rushing yards. Daniel Jones, 15-27, 135 passing yards and 1 interception. That's all he had. A QB rating of 50. No, I'm sorry, not 53. QB rating of 11.4. We held him to that. You can see Nick Sirianni, how happy he was on the sidelines, head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, there's a different atmosphere, different culture about this team now that it's just straight domination. I don't think anyone's going to stop this team at all. And the only team I'm really scared about is the Chiefs. Bengals, I don't know, because they kind of stopped with their deep ball magic. They're kind of doing quick throws now to everyone, but the 49ers, that's going to be, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but Eagles are just, I'm very surprised of what they're doing this year. I really am surprised. I mean, even Miles, I know Kenneth Gainwell had that big run at the end to get that last touchdown, but all of the rushing is just absolutely amazing because Miles Sanders, 17 carries, 90 rushing yards, but Kenneth Gainwell led the team, 112 rushing yards, and every single one except for Miles got a rushing touchdown, which was nice to see. All right, on to the next image. The surprising game of the week is Bengals and the Bills. That right there should have been a touchdown too, by the way. If you know what that image right there is. Beautiful throw by Joe Burrow. I thought it was a catch by Jamar Chase. I know if he muffles it, it was still in his possession, I believe, but they still got the win, 27-10. Joe Burrow, 23-36, 242 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Joe Mixon even ran for a touchdown. I mean, Josh Allen didn't have the game of his... He needed the game of his career, but he didn't get it done at all. 25-42. 265 passing yards, no touchdowns, and 1 interception for Josh Allen. 57.3 QBR rating. He did have a rushing touchdown, though, I will say that. But Cincinnati's... Joe... I don't know what to say because... Just complete QB juggernauts out of all of the AFC. Joe Burrow is going to be a future scary man, especially him with Jamar Chase, that connection. I'll say it every single day because I've said it past episodes too, but that QB wide receiver duo is going to be the greatest combination, greatest connection of all time because they're going to be together for another, 10 years at minimum maybe, And seeing throws and catches like this, obviously this wasn't a touchdown, but seeing just throws and catches to each other like this is just, it's going to be a beautiful sight to see. Like I said, Joe Mixon got a rushing touchdown as well, 20 carries for 105 rushing yards. He did good for them. I don't see anything, I don't know, it's going to be a tough game, Kansas City and Bengals. I mean, I'll talk about that one in a little bit. Just Buffalo couldn't get anything done on offense for whatever reason. I mean, even you saw at the end, you can look at the clip, but Stephon Diggs was a little upset with Josh Allen at the end, and he even stormed out of the locker room, I think, if from what I've heard. But yeah, Bengals win that game. I mean, there's literally nothing else to say. Bengals just dominated that game 27-10, really. And then going on to the last and final game, which another just a poor performance by the Dallas Cowboys. They came in and played at San Francisco against Brock Purdy, third-string quarterbacks, still third string. There's nothing else to say. But Dak comes in 23-37, 206 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And I know San Francisco has a dominating defense, especially with Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Everyone that they have is complete domination, but Fred Warner had the 1 interception, 9 total tackles, only 1 sack on the game, but just Dallas couldn't get it done. Even that last play, if you want to go to the next image, by the way, Meyer. And then, what's his face? Brett Mayer, the kicker for the Cowboys, he misses the first extra point, which I love. Fred Warner right there, he got an interception off Dak Prescott, off tip pass, tip ball. Just no offense at all. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 rushing yards, that's it, off 10 carries. 76 rushing yards, that's it. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys couldn't get anything done, and I know they just paid Dak Prescott a lot of money too, so they're probably going to go over to Mike McCarthy, fire him, get a new head coach, and just try over again and again and again. I think the offensive coordinator for Dallas should be the head coach. I can't remember his name right now, the young guy. I think he should be the head coach for the Dallas anyways, so we'll see what they do there, what Jerry Jones does. But yeah, Brock Purdy, he didn't do, wow, look at this kid, but he went out there and did what he needed to do. 19-29, 214 passing yards, and he's just solid performance by him. He's just got it done, really. And then if we pull on to that last image, and we can see how, brought to you by CBS, by the way, just because I didn't make the graphic, too lazy. But we get to see how the playoff bracket looks as of right now. Kansas City Chiefs and Eagles both have the 1 seed. Let me look up AFC Championship game. All right, I'll look as favorites in the AFC Championship. No, it's now 2 hours. Bengals to get shifted. Jupiter drops cold line after Bengals win neutral site. I like Joe Burrow's reaction. They interviewed him because they were already selling tickets for Buffalo against Chiefs AFC Championship game, and they interviewed Joe Burrow after the win, obviously, and he says they better get refund on their tickets. Because the Bengals are in it now instead of the nasty little Buffalo Bills. I'm going to do a little research real quick while we go to commercial break, find out where the AFC Championship game is. We can keep the thing back up real quick, though. Because I want to talk about the playoffs as of right now and show you my score predictions. I have Bengals over Kansas City. I think the Bengals have a little more hope now, especially what happened to Patrick Mahomes and his high ankle sprain. Let's see what happens with that. But that's really a coin toss, honestly. That's why I put it so close. I don't know who's going to win that one. But right now I have the Bengals winning it 32-31. Close game, at least, over the Kansas City Chiefs with a slight win. And then what a definite game is, it's definitely going to be San Francisco going to Philadelphia, playing there. I'm more scared. I honestly would rather play Dallas Cowboys than San Francisco, but I'm happy with Dallas losing, honestly. But San Francisco is going to be a very tough game to play. The only thing I can think of getting a victory out of that one is obviously both defenses play their top performance, but the crowd, the home field advantage, and it gets to Brock Purdy. I don't want to call him Mr. Irrelevant because of how well he's been doing this year, but the rookie. I want to get into that rookie's head and just mess with him. Get that home crowd going. Get the fans going. Scare the living poop out of him, you know? I think that's going to be a close game as well, too, though. Jalen Hurts, I believe he's going to shine off that game. I don't deny it at all. 27-23 is what I have right now because I am a little scared of 49ers, but I think the Eagles have a good win this weekend coming up. Okay, now I'm ready for my commercial break. I'll do the little research, and then we'll be right back, and I'll talk a little bit about basketball too because 76ers are back on the rise. Number 2 team in the East as of right now. But I'll be right back to Bird Talk Radio. In a world.
Everyone, I'm your host, Daniel.
That is terrible. Where movies and trivia collide.
I'm a vampire.
Twilight.
2 ridiculously good-looking game show hosts.
I'm your host, Daniel.
And I am Joshua Martin.
Will tackle the challenge of being the best at movie trivia.
All right, this is about a board game that comes to life.
This guy repeats his day over and over and over again.
The power of Christ compels you.
Movie Wars.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Bird Talk Radio. I'm your host Joshua Martin. So with the Bills losing against the Bengals, there's going to be no neutral site for the AFC Championship. It's just going to be in Kansas City Chiefs because they did have the quote-unquote number 1 seed, and Buffalo. I mean, I guess Cincinnati never had a chance for the number 1 seed, but Buffalo did because of that what happened Monday night with DeMar Hamlin. But yeah, now it's definitely going to be in Kansas City for the ASA Championship game, which it's going to be next Sunday coming up. First game on that schedule is going to be 49ers and Eagles, 3 o'clock p.m. on the Fox Network. And then 6:30 CBS is going to be the AFC side of it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see who's going to be in the Super Bowl and who's not. And then the Pro Bowl's coming up as well, too. Talking about a little bit more sports. Like I was saying before, Philadelphia Sixers are on the rise right now. They're on a 5-game win streak, but also Boston Celtics are on a 9-game win streak right now, too. Celtics are obviously leading the Eastern Conference, 35-12 record. I don't think anyone's going to stop them at all. We'll see what happens. Obviously, more for when it comes to playoff times for them. But right now is the biggest for NBA is the All-Stars coming up. And voting for that has started as well, too. And the leaders for the Western Conference on the front court is LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, and Anthony Davis are the top 3 front court for the Western Conference. For the guards for the Western side, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic, and Ja Morant. Those are the top 3 as well. You can see the rest of the list on ESPN if you want. For the Eastern Conference, the front court, Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Jason Tatum. No surprises. I mean, there's no surprises at all for any of these lists, honestly, because Draymond, Shai Alexander, who's absolutely doing an amazing season for him for the OKC. Klay Thompson, Russ. I don't know why Russ is in there. But the guards for the Eastern Conference, Kyrie Irving, amazing year. Donovan Mitchell, who had that 71-point game, beautiful game. James Harden, Jaylen Brown, Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan. Just all players that you would expect to be in the All-Star game as well. And whatchamacallit's coming up too, speaking of All-Star games, is the Pro Bowl game, which is going to be actually kind of exciting game this year. NFL. Give me 2 seconds. Let's go to the NFL and let's go to the scores and Pro Bowl. So we got the Pro Bowl Sunday, February 5th. Obviously, it's going to be before the Super Bowl. AFC and NFC, basic as is, 3 o'clock p.m. But it's a flag football game this time, which is so exciting. I think it's going to be more fun because, you watch the Pro Bowl game, and obviously they can't tackle as the Sean Taylor tackle in the Pro Bowl game. You're never going to see that ever again. Obviously, with everything being flag football now too, but you would not see that before. But they have awesome events coming up. They got the dodgeball event. They did that before, which was pretty cool. Lightning round, longest drive. 4 players from each conference will compete in a challenge to drive a golf ball the furthest distance off a tee. What the heck? I thought this was football. Precision passing for the quarterbacks. Best catch game. And then again, best catch as well. The gauntlet, move the chains, kick, tic-tac-toe. And then they got the game as well, too, the actual Pro Bowl game. February 5th as well, Las Vegas, 3 p.m. Okay, I got to keep going. You know what? We're going to do? We're going to switch things over, and we're going to talk a little bit about, what the heck is this? Men's college basketball. Hold on, though. Hold on. Why isn't it giving me the standings? I know. See, this is why you gotta, whatchamacallit beforehand. You gotta prep. You gotta, rankings, here we go. I finally got the rankings. Okay. Here's your top 5 for college basketball, which you can easily type in, but I'm just going to tell you right now because I don't know what else to do. We got Houston, number 1. Katie, surprising for you. Houston is actually number 1, though, for the college basketball rankings, AP Top 25s, with a 17-1 record. And then Kansas, obviously, the big one. Kansas is number 2. Purdue, number 3. And then Alabama, who's actually been pretty good these past couple, I'm going to say past couple 3 to 4 years. They've been, pretty good basketball team for them. Another 4th spot, UCLA is also obviously amazing. 5 spot, Gonzaga, 6. Just Florida Atlantic, FAU's number 24. Wow. Go Owls. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to do. I need to prep myself a little better. I may end a little early. We were talking about NFL trades earlier. Aaron Rodgers going to the New York Jets, I think he would be a good fit there. I think he has plenty of weapons around him there to make use of. Breece Hall, who showed himself off to be an amazing running back. Obviously, he tore his ACL. Hopefully, he'll come back and be stronger and better next year. They have Elijah Moore, who I believe is a really, really, really good wide receiver. He came out of Ole Miss. I wanted him to go to Philadelphia. And then the guy they picked up from Ohio State, the rookie as well too. I can't think of his name right now, but he has obviously ultimate weapons around him. Defense is impeccable. Nothing's going to stop that, especially with Robert Saleh still at head coach, a defensive mastermind. So if Aaron Rodgers goes to the New York Jets, it's going to be I think that's his best option. Raiders have an open QB slot. Indianapolis Colts have an open QB slot. Who else they were saying? Tennessee Titans as well too. I think the New York Jets is the best fit for him. And then Miami Dolphins is a big concern as right now too, especially with Tua Tagovailoa. I don't know if he's still going to be playing football. That's how bad his concussions were this year. If whatever happens to him, what happens to him. I've been talking about this. Obviously, it's probably not going to happen. I would love to see Lamar Jackson come down home to Miami, South Florida. He played at Boynton Beach High School, which was very exciting to see. But having Lamar Jackson come back home and then getting Josh Jacobs from the Raiders as well too, for Miami can have a star running back. They have Raheem Mostert right now, who is fast and all that, but I think they need that star running back. I don't think they've had one since Reggie Bush or Ricky Williams. They haven't had anyone special, Miami Dolphins need that. They need that ticket seller. They need that special player. I mean, right now they have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Beautiful, beautiful wide receiver duo right now. The defense is incredible. Bradley Chubb, Xavier Howard, Byron Jones. They got ultimate weapons on defense as well too. It's just the quarterback issue right now. Don't know what's going to happen with Tua. Yeah. My name is Joshua Martin. This is Bird Talk Radio. Go live every Monday at 11. Please call in. I want to get some heated debates, a little action going on right now. But I go live every Monday at 11 a.m. Bird Talk Radio 2022 on Facebook. You can contact me, birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com. And you can catch me next week as I say peace out. Thank you for watching Bird Talk Radio. Again, I am your host, Joshua Martin. If you want to contact me or be on the show, just email me at birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com, or you can call in during the show at 888-994-4995 in Studio A. Have a wonderful day, and remember, go Birds.